Alright, well I still have that thing to go find, so let's see what I can do here. First of all, is this side open over here? Because the other one came from the other side, but does this work? I've got that little speech bubble to hunt down on the map. Hi there. Free stuff! Except for that guy. Yeah! Ah. So if I had found this path earlier, it probably would have it would not been accessible because it seems to be locked from this side. So I happened to go the wrong way by chance. Oh, never mind, I already opened that stuff. I've already been here. So I guess if I loop all the way back around to the other side, I may find my way to the other door that seems to have what I'm looking for. Let's give it a go. There's a little quote block way out in the middle of nowhere suggesting that there's something I'm missing. It is interesting having access to this mechanic just because not only does it go faster, but it's also mechanically a different way of getting around because you're holding down trigger and pressing left and right to steer. So it just controls differently on a fundamental level, which makes it actually sort of affect the pacing of the game in a way that actually is beneficial. When you're sort of changing states as you move around to play the game differently. Right, that's blocked off. Then how do I get there? Crap. What do you want from me, game? Okay. So that was the boss chamber, right? It was there. We already came from there. That's how I got on the first time. That looped around to there. So that's not going to get me there. The above ground ruins. That's my best chance, right? Is the fact that there's something else there that seems to go. Okay. Yeah, above ground ruins. I need to go on the left side to get there. Okay. My bad. Ooh, bad. No. So what I need to do is go all the way back to the original floor and go through the opposite door on the other side of the area. That'll get me through. That's straight through here. Don't touch me. I'm doing an adventure of exploration. I would like to pass unmolested. Nope. Nope. Ha ha ha. So right through here. So the opposite end should take me there. Did I make a decision here for some reason, or did I just happen to go right? Just by happenstance, I wonder. There's a lock here. But that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean I don't have access. Stuff is everywhere. Are there torches down here? There we go. Puzzles! This is a puzzle. If you tell yourself that enough, you might convince yourself eventually. Here we go. This should lead me where I'm trying to go. Whatever that is. Ah! Ah! What happened? I must have run into something that was invisible. Ow? That wasn't very nice. I'm gonna cause you pain now. Oh boy. You're having a bad time right now. Hey guys. I'm your new best friend, and I'm gonna beat the combo points right out of your skull. Huzzah! Yeah, I must have snuck up on them and accidentally got them when they were invisible. You got him, Eisen. Pain time. Just keep that combo going, basically. Got him.
You two are so cool.
Don't become like me. Don't try and imitate us, please.
Oh my god, self-parody. You don't want to be like us. We have bad lives. We're so edgy and cool. And then the game itself is like making fun of them. My life is hell. The Reaper's curse. Okay, no. Going this way. Yep. Woo! Mine. So what's in here? A Norman?
This Nordal. It looks a lot like Grimoire and Bienfu, but there's something different about it that I can't quite put my finger on.
I agree. Those two are positively gloomy, but this doll seems calming, yet glamorous too.
Like I said, a quiet radiance. Yeah.
You think so? I think it's more lethargic or absent-minded. Like I can't tell what's going on in its head. Either way, I'm 1,000 times cuter than that thing.
What's cute about you? People who keep their faces covered are creepy.
I don't know. There's definitely something off about it. It's charming, but a little ominous. Like I can never entirely be at ease around it, if that makes sense.
You think so? Actually, I think it's cute. It reminds me of a little baby.
You think this looks like a baby?
I remember when my sister was about as small as that doll. She had the tiniest little hands, and she tried to grip my pinky as best she could.
Really?
I'd take my pinky with her fingers wrapped around it and poke her cheek, and she'd just be all smiles. I swore to myself I'd always do whatever I could to protect her. Once she got a little older and started fixing meals, lots of weird things began to happen around us. Wherever we went, she was in danger. Demons attacked us. A dragon tried to kidnap her. That's when I first realized what it was that I carried. That the cause of all my sister's pain was my blessing, my Reaper's curse.
So, you left her behind and went on your search for a way to break the curse.
Right. And that's when I met Eifried. It was from him that I first heard about the Nordals. He thought the stories about them were all just baseless rumors.
I guess we'll never know for sure unless we gather them all. But...
What is it?
I think something good will happen once they're all together.
Why do you say that?
Well, because we found this doll, you shared some of your past with us. That makes me kinda happy. So I think we should get the other three, so more happy stuff happens.
Hard to argue with you there.
There we go. We got one. Now we need to collect... How many of them are there exactly, I wonder? Got a few things to juggle now. Let's get the heck out of here. This is another curiosity, though. In this top area, there's this left turn I can take that I don't think I have. Is the door open? Or is it fiery? It's open. So what's behind? Oh. Are they all exorcists? Some of them look like merchants. There's a town past these ruins. It was probably them. Okay. No voice acting for once, and I can't read it in time. So, I don't know. Eisen provided some explanation. Feel free to freeze frame it to read that. So I guess we can't go that way then.
Hey, Eleanor, I was wondering, do you think I hurt Medusa saying that stuff to her back there?
I suppose you might have. But I was thinking the exact same things you were. Losing a mother. It's always a tragedy. I'm glad you stepped in and stopped her.
Thanks.
That Eleanor, I swear she feels way more responsibility for everything than she needs to. You think we need to worry? What if she pushes too far and erupts with malevolence?
Malevolence is born out of many things. A prideful ego, the self-righteousness that turns a blind eye to one's inner contradictions. Eleanor's different. She's mindful of her ego and strives to confront her inconsistencies of character.
She has a purity of heart that won't be tainted by the emotions that create malevolence. No other quality is as essential for an exorcist.
So she's probably okay?
For now, at least. But human hearts can be fickle things. Who knows what the future holds?
I doubt you got anything to worry about. For most exorcists, purity is a construct of the Abbey's teachings. But Eleanor, she's the real deal.
She's not your average exorcist, I'll give you that.
Purity is handy for any exorcist. But more than that, it's a rare and precious temperament for living. Everybody's got an ego and certain internal contradictions to some degree. Facing one's own ugliness in an honest manner is never easy. To be a normal human is to live carrying malevolence. It's just how much you let it control you that varies.
I guess malevolence might just be a fact of life, huh? But Artorias can't accept that.
Ah, birdie. Birdie. Close one. So I guess the take... Who's that guy down there? That's just some dude.
Well, I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Let's slip through town and head for Titania before that changes.
So this is your secret hideout. Once I get free, he won't stand a chance. You all had better sleep with one eye open.
Look how worried I am.
Welcome back! That's Kamoana.
She's the same age as Diana. Did the Abbey really turn someone so young into a Therian?
Medissa, please, would you be able to talk to her?
Is this a trick?
Kamoana may be a Therian, but deep down, she's still a normal little girl who misses her mother. I can't do anything to console her, no matter what I try. But if it were you...
You okay? You can call me Medissa, all right? Do I scare you, honey?
A little, but not as much as Velvet and Dial. But don't you think I'm scary? I had a bad dream earlier. My mommy said I looked scary and that she didn't want me anymore.
She would never. Your mother would never think that about her daughter.
But how do you know?
Because I'm a mother too. Mothers always love their children, no matter what. No matter if we die. No matter how the world changes. There's nobody who loves you more in the world than...
It's okay. You don't have to cry. I hope Kamoana and Medissa won't have to feel so lonely anymore.
Yeah, trying to stop the waterworks gets old fast.
Listen, if it's not too personal, was your mother,
She's dead. I lost her when I was even younger than you.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. It just means we've got things in common. So no feeling sad and alone, okay?
Oh no, I'm fine. I don't feel lonely or anything, I swear.
What's gotten into you? You're so strange sometimes.
No, I'm not.
Eleanor, I'll have you watch over Kamoana and Medusa.
Yes, of course. I'd be honored. Thank you.
Are exorcists supposed to be so polite to a grand poobah of calamity or whatever?
Sure, why not? Besides, the Demon Lord ought to not trouble herself over such trivialities.
Velvet, Grimoire's calling for you. She says to bring Laphicet and meet her at the observation tower.
Got it.
We better get going then.
I think I just realized what's so off-putting about Kamoano's voice, which is that she sounds a whole lot like what what's her name? The actress name is not coming to me right now, but the actress that plays Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games movies, whenever her sister's in danger, her voice cracks just like that, which is kind of convincing for that, but that character's like 20 years old, not like 7 or whatever she's supposed to be. Like it definitely does not fit. But yeah, there's definitely like an irony to the whole situation with Eleanor. The realization that like she unironically embodies exactly what the Abbey seems to try to teach people, but because she actually is what they want people to be, she's too good for them. And because they don't stand up, they don't hold up to their own standards, and so when she successfully becomes what they seem to want everyone to be, and what the purity and whatnot, because she actually is that, she ends up being too good for them when she finds out anything about them. This makes me miss my own late mother. Aw, Dial. So where is Grimoire? Exactly. Back in the outer path this time. Oh, the North Watchtower. I need to go to the North Watchtower. Oh, weird. I can't zoom in on this one to see where it attaches to it. So there's dialogue in the South Watchtower. So how do these connect? So we're currently here. Let's try South first. Yay, I've got this. It's not exactly always faster.
Hey, do you all have mothers?
Where'd that question come from?
Well, after hearing that Velvet, Kamoana, and Eleanor all lost their parents, I just got curious.
My mother was a strict, frightening woman, but she died a long time ago.
I see.
I have no parents either, but the wicked witch who took me in said I was born from a peach that floated down the river.
Coming from you, I'd almost believe that.
And you, Aizen?
We Malakim are formed from untainted mana. Sometimes humans are reborn as Malakim, but they retain no memory of their previous lives. In other words, we don't have blood relations like humans do.
I see. By the time I was aware of anything around me, I was already tethered and being called number 2. I suppose having no mother means I don't have any memories before that. I told Medusa that losing a mother is painful, but I can't know how painful it is.
Go easy on him, Aizen. He's just a kid.
I'm just telling it like it is. But listen to me, Laphicet. You can share deep connections with other people, even if you don't have a biological family. Malakim, too, can form precious bonds. True friendships, even family.
That's right. Your words wouldn't have stopped Medusa if they weren't true in your heart.
You really think so?
I'm sure of it.
It's far better than being a witch born from a peach.
Nonsense! There's no nobler way to be born! I have an everlasting friendship with a dog, a monkey, a pheasant, and Bienfu.
I hope he's right.
Your relationship with Bienfu is so everlasting that he tried to flee you forever. And you had to basically force him to come back via punishment. So what is going to be down here? Is this going to be where I find another doll? Just... Nope. something else.
It's all thanks to you the construction of our hideout is proceeding so smoothly.
About that retractable ventilation shutter. Please, let me make a new one.
What? Why? We already installed it and it works just fine.
It's the hinges. When they move, it makes this unbearable squeak. I can hear it every time the wind blows.
Oh, come on, that's nothing. Besides, anything we install is going to rust up once the sea breeze gets to it. More importantly, I'd love it if you made us a nice big pot and a frying pan too.
Not happening. I can't focus with that incessant squeaking. I can't work under these conditions.
Fine. You can make a new shutter. But make us a pot and pan while you're at it.
Can I also fix that autonomous hunter-killer anti-personnel spinning blade engine I made the other day?
That too? But you said you were satisfied with how it turned out.
I was at first, but when I thought about it, I realized I forgot to install an off switch. So, can I fix it?
God, yes! Fix it before it kills us all!
Great. Okay. Shutter first, then...
Spinning death machine first!
Alarming. Where's the death machine? Where'd you hide it? Also, when he cut his head off at the beginning, I really thought it was gonna grow back. He started specifically with his head. I mean, I guess he doesn't actually need it to see or anything. It was just there. But it's so weird to think about that he just cut his head off casually, and then, like, with almost no actual warm-up, he just decided to on the spot, like, nah, I don't need a head forever. What a weird concept. To help make a weapon for somebody else entirely, too. I guess everything else would help him forge by comparison, so cutting the head off is the way to go. But damn.
You said that Malakim can have familial ties, but what makes you and your sister siblings if you're not related by blood?
Well, a very long time ago, I was born into this world from an Earth Pulse point up on a sacred mountain. I remained in that place for a long while, and then one day, she was born from the very same Earth Pulse point. Before we knew it, we had wound up living together under the same roof.
Are two Malakim always siblings if they come from the same Earth Pulse point?
No. Other Malakim were born there, but I never felt like they were my family. But something, I don't know what, was different with her. If she was sad, I'd feel sad. And if I was happy, she'd be happy too. She can be abrasive, but when she smiles, it's like nothing else. I swore to myself that whatever happened, I would protect her. I made a pendant from a stone on that sacred mountain and gave it to her as a lucky charm. Of course, she just wears it as a necklace.
And your pendant? Did she give that to you?
She had the same idea I had. She made the pendant herself and gave it to me as a good luck charm. Without either of us having mentioned a word of it beforehand, we each gave each other pendants in the same shape on the very same day. That's when I really knew that what I had felt all along was true. We were brother and sister.
Is that her in the picture?
Yeah. It's a self-portrait she drew for me on the day I left home.
Did you draw her a picture of yourself?
No. I don't exactly have an artistic side.
Well, I'm sure that if you looked inside her pendant, you'd find a portrait of the person who matters most to her.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it would be nice if it was you.
Maybe they really are siblings. He said that people could be reincarnated from being humans into being Malakim, and they just forgot who they were. I mean, Edna and Aizen look super similar to each other, so they could just be human siblings that forgot who they were, but then still feel stuff, which kind of contradicts the whole part where you're supposed to not remember anything, but how often is everything black and white anyway in this game? It's always vagueness and wishy-washy rules anyway, so I bet that you can still feel connections past that transition. Here we are.
Ah, there you two are.
Hi, teacher. Have you made progress deciphering the book?
I have indeed. It turns out there was a second counting song. I've already transcribed it. Would you read it aloud for us, child?
Okay. When the 8 malevolences overflow, in the culmination of mankind's despair, Inominat will bring an end to all peoples and restore them to time immemorial. 4 Empyreans shall wield a wrathful sword and cleave the great devourer, 2 asunder to sleep beneath the earth, as scarlet moonlight illuminates the evil. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart. The nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Oh, yet more delightful material to keep us awake at night.
If I'm understanding this right, it's discussing the specific nature of Inominat? That's what I believe, yes. When the 8 malevolences overflow in the culmination of mankind's despair, Inominat will bring an end to all peoples.
So, when the world is at peak malevolence, Inominat will use that power to bring an end to all. Is that it?
He's going to wipe out all of humanity?
Is that what the Abbey is after? Is that why they've been trying to bring back Inominat?
No, Artorias is not that kind of man. His 2 primary ideals are the many over one, and the restoration of order through will and reason. He sacrificed Laufey to protect this world, not to eradicate it.
You mean that's who he is as far as you know, yeah? People change, Velvet. Perhaps the shepherd gave up hope. Maybe he lost faith in mankind. Fools prone to sin, endlessly generating malevolence.
He's not like that. If that's all true, then what point was there in Laufey's death?
Is there anything else in that book?
Yes and no. This copy itself is incomplete. There ought to be further pages, but they're missing. For now, I've done all I can.
There must be an original somewhere, right?
Without it, I doubt the Abbey would be plotting Inominat's revival. We can be sure they have complete understanding of their Empyrean's nature.
But this was the only copy in the royal villa. If the original is out there, who knows where it could be?
It's getting pretty late. Why don't we call it a day?
Yeah, let's get some rest.
It's interesting to hear, of course, that Velvet's just flat out defending Artorias. Sort of, kind of. I mean, not really. She still hates him for what he did, but she still has a certain idea of what he values and what he's willing to do and why he's willing to do what he does. Or perhaps she's just clinging to the idea that Laufey's death has to mean something, even if she's fighting against it.
Hey, Laufey-set! Medessa let me sleep in her bed last night. She's warm for a snake lady. That's great. She's gonna help me take a bath now. You should come join us too. What? I couldn't. It's okay. I don't mind at all.
Hey, Kamoana. Did you know? Dial started to grow a brand new tail.
Wow, really? I want to see.
He's up at the observation tower.
Let's go see! Medessa, you too!
All right. But don't run, or you'll trip.
Thanks, Eleanor. I appreciate it.
Having some girl trouble, my little Malik?
I'm just glad Kamawana and Medessa are starting to feel better.
Yeah, they both still have a long way to go, but it's such a relief to see them smiling.
We've got bigger things to worry about. Hurry up and locate the next Earth Pulse point.
Right, okay.
Must you always be so blunt, Velvet?
I must, in fact. We're up against the Abbey here, and sooner or later they'll find this place.
That's true, but still.
Do we go find another hideout?
No, we'll keep on the offensive. We'll capture the remaining Therians before the Abbey finds us.
As a swordsman, I can respect that mindset.
I'm not so sure we could hold this place anyway.
We've got no obligation to.
I found another Earth Pulse point. It's in the eastern part of Eastgand, I think.
But that's... All right. We're headed for Eastgand.
Then our first stop should be Port Taliesin.
Grimoire always looks like she never wants to do any work, but despite all her grumbling, when she starts a job, she gets it done. And quickly, too. She's frank, but she still takes care not to say anything to hurt anyone's feelings. I have to say, I like that in a woman. It's charming.
Well, sorry if I'm inconsiderate and charmless then.
I didn't mean it like that. You're all still so young and have led different lives. Can't fault you for being you.
Well, if you're saying we lack a certain air of maturity, I might not disagree.
That's for sure. It's true Lord Artorius has scolded my lack of composure at times.
Although I do get the impression that Grimoire has been dependable like that since she was young.
And it's a good impression at that. Old Grim's been that way since the day she was born. I hate to admit it, but her combination of insightful words and deadpan expression has charmed the hearts of many a Moloch. At her peak, she had a fan club 8,848 members strong, and her dinner shows would sell out the day the tickets went on sale. Molochim came by the droves to doze off listening to her live readings of ancient books.
Wow! I had no idea she was so popular.
Yeah, she's even a regular feature in Who's Who Among Norman.
Now that I think about it, I could see how a person could interpret her lethargy as patience and her vague dispassion as maturity and poise. Compared to her, I'm just...
Were you just trying to imitate her?
No, I didn't mean to.
Whether you meant to or not, that kind of felt like her just now. I can see it in you, waiting to be awakened. That sophisticated charm.
Me? Sophisticated and charming? I don't know.
Try talking like her. You know how she lets her sentences trail off. This is your make or break moment here.
All right. I think I know what you mean. Here goes nothing. Oh. What do you think, Laphicet? Do I sound like her?
It feels a little off, but you're definitely doing it. I think. Aw, you don't have to grow up, Madame Eleanor. You're cute just the way you are.
You stay out of this, Bienfu!